Stress from a narcissist should never be taken lightly. Y'all know that stress affects the fucking immune system. How y'all fucked up, constantly getting sick, coming down with colds. It fucks with your immune inflammatory motherfucking responses. They should be bringing you support, love, kindness. But instead, they are intentionally trying to sabotage you and secondarily affecting your motherfucking health. And when your health gets involved, you ain't got no choice but to let a motherfucker go. You gotta cut that bitch loose. Let them go to the new supply. Make they ass sick. Literally. Fuck that bitch.
Welcome to Renewal. Please be sure to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel.
Energy harvesting is when certain low vibrational people, sometimes things, can attach to your high vibrational energy and exchange energetic fields with you, only leaving you feeling drained and confused and distracted. When someone is constantly taking from you your resources without giving back much at all, provoking reactions out of you, thriving on emotional intensity for their selfish stimulation, you should run fast. Leave that person alone. Don't let what you work so hard for it get siphoned. Be sitting around wondering why you're feeling down. The whole time it's the company that you're keeping. But it gets deeper. Comment below a time in your life you may have dealt with an energy vampire who tried sucking the life out of you. How did you handle the situation? And are you now able to recognize when someone's using you for your life for their own manipulations?
In their business, shifting your energy. You can be in a great mood, your energy can be so high. Now you just let this person just trauma dump on you, and now it feels like you're dealing with their shit and yours. Like, in 2026, please go to God about it. I promise He'll fix it. I promise He'll fix it.
And before y'all start, yes, women can do this too, but we're not talking about that in this video. So don't get in my comments talking about women too. No. Number one, you will be extremely tired after hanging with him. If you hang with him for a long period of time, bitch, you'll be tired before you even fucking leave him. And it's not because you're physically tired. It's because energetically, he's stolen from you. You are energetically drained. You just spent the night with him. You just slept through the night, but you back home and you already are exhausted as if you never slept. Yeah, get rid of him. Number two, your life seems to be getting worse or at a standstill while his is getting better and better. Like, bitch, I'm talking he's getting opportunities left and right. He's getting a job promotion. His money's pouring in. Meanwhile, your shit done stopped. You know, you're not getting money the way you was getting before you met the dude. Maybe mishaps are happening. Tragic things are happening. Accidents. All this shit, like chaos, could be happening while he is just experiencing pure peace. He's experiencing pure level ups. Bitch, it's because he got your extra energy to do it. Get him out of here. Number three, and this low key goes for number two, but things that you have been like subconsciously attracting, wanting for a very long time, he's all of a sudden getting those exact opportunities. Now, this one doesn't happen with everybody, but I've seen it. Things that you have always wanted to be or become and that you are working on, all of a sudden, it's not happening for you. You're still stuck where you are while they're getting exactly what you wanted. They're literally using your energy that you have already been attracting that thing with to get it. Number four, your body will show signs of rejection. You could be getting more acne at the time. You could be getting yeast infections. You could be getting styes on your eyes. Illness. Not only is he taking your energy, but he's also throwing yours off in the process. And number five, he negs you a lot. And if you don't know what negging is when somebody takes a dig at you and makes you question who you are and your own self-confidence. It's not always disguised as jokes, but a lot of times it is. Saying things like, oh, I like you better without makeup. I like you better with makeup. Oh, I don't like when you do your hair like this. Oh, you look like you need to get in the gym. Oh, I don't think you should dance. You don't look right dancing. Making fun of you if you stutter in a sentence. Little things that make you then start to question who you are, your confidence. And if it makes you feel less confident, that is what negging is, and that was his goal the entire time. And a lot of times it's because he knows your confidence is up here and his is probably right here, right? But the more he negs you and knocks you down, you're at his level then. He's already accessing your energy, the more he makes you question yourself. But if he gets you down to his level of confidence, which is shit if he's doing this, it makes your energy even more accessible than it already was. And also pay attention to if they have a smirk on their face or they laugh when things like this happen, like that's also a clear indication that he stole your energy because he feels better about the fact that you feel worse. It's a clear physical, like you can see the energy shift. So watch who you give your energy to and watch who you keep around you, because that person that you might think is a blessing to your life, bitch, they might be your worst fucking enemy, just disguised. Stay safe. Love ya.
You gotta be careful who you sleep with and who you have physical intimacy with. You gotta be careful who you deal with, because a lot of times people will consume your energy, and I'm talking about draining you. I'm sitting here trying to figure out why I'm always tired, why I'm always restless, why I always feel fatigue, why I always feel depressed, why I always feel sad and gloomy, and whole time it's this nigga. It ain't nobody but this nigga. And the thing is, even if he wasn't doing something to me, it's like I just couldn't shake the feeling. And my dumb ass was so young and in love, I wasn't paying attention to the clear signs. You always sad, you always angry, you always upset. I'm always happy, I'm always excited, I'm always in good spirits. You come around me, now I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm mad. It's like, okay, at this point, it's something up. And this is another reason why I can be abstinent, and I'm somebody that I'm not really overly lustful. I'm not a woman that just has to have it. I can live without sex. I promise you I can. Especially when you see what is out here and what you're putting yourself at risk to deal with. It's really scary, because you got to take STDs and unwanted pregnancies into account, but you also have to take emotional and spiritual demons into account too. Like, people don't be right within their spirit, and a lot of times I know people may not be consciously thinking about that when they're having sex, because you're just trying to get a feel, like you're just trying to get that dopamine. That shit feel good. So I can understand that part. But when you think about the spiritual part of like sex, the emotional part of sex, that shit is scary, because niggas be around here really carrying demons, really carrying a lot on their mental, really carrying a lot on their emotions, and they're not getting it off. So it's like, you finna come get all that pressure. And I mean, you getting some good pressure because it feel good. But when you think about like the aftermath, the spiritual part of it, the emotional part of it, that shit don't feel good to me personally. That's why I be cool off of it, because that shit is scary. Sex is very spiritual. Sex is very emotional. And y'all be thinking that because niggas be acting like they don't have emotions and niggas be acting like they don't feel shit. They got feelings. They're human beings. So all them feelings that they feeling, all them emotions that they feeling, they finna come put that onto you, and now you finna carry that load. No, thank you. I use that toy, boo. It's never been that serious, because this shit is wicked out here.
Okay, so how long are you going to allow them to keep triggering you, pissing you off, and siphoning your energy? You ain't caught on to it yet? You don't see what they're doing? You haven't picked up on their plan? You got to peep the plot. Do not allow them to anger you. Do not allow them to move you by emotion. They are pulling on your energy. That is the only way they're able to siphon you in this moment, because they cannot get close to you. Ignore them. Pay them no mind. Stop responding. You'll never have a hater or an enemy doing better than you. You will never have anybody more successful than you wishing on your downfall. Do not come off of your throne. Do not tilt your crown. Pay them no motherfucking mind. Watch them dry up. Watch them dissolve. They will literally suffocate, and they will have to go and find somewhere else to survive, because you are no longer giving them life by emotion and anger and being triggered by their immature, childish tactics. It's giving trickster energy. Return to sender.
Is not with someone, it seems like they just like get uglier. That is not in your head. That is because they are no longer feasting off of your positive energy, and that is a fact. I had an ex-situationship admit this to me. So a few years ago, I had a talking stage in college. We broke it off for whatever reason, and all of a sudden, months later, I start seeing him everywhere. We had not spoken, nothing, but I just start seeing him everywhere. I leave my apartment, I see him crossing the street across from mine, and we cross paths. I'm walking with my friends one day, we cross paths. Like, for a week straight, we keep crossing paths. And then eventually I'm like, okay, what's going on? And he says to me, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have been manifesting you. Mind you, I was in my spiritual vibe, so I knew exactly what he was talking about. And he was like, I've been manifesting you. And then he said, not gonna lie, whenever I bump into you, something good happens to me after. I get good news, I got a job offer in another city. Like, it's like your energy really has been rubbing off on me. And that blew my mind, because it was like the first time a guy really admits that they benefit from my energy from your energy. Like, if you are a high vibrational girl, we have to be super, super careful about who we exchange energy with, because they are reaping the benefits of it. And that's why when you take yourself back and break up with them, it can become ugly. So
I'm gonna need y'all to start using discernment and protect your energy. Here are 3 ways that men try to harvest your energy. Number 1, the most obvious and powerful, is through physical intimacy. If you haven't really understood that intimacy is an energy exchange yet, then I'm gonna need you to wake up. Like, we're gonna have to lock in and understand this right now before we go into anything else. Your womb is a portal from the spiritual into the physical. Women have an innate gift to connect spiritually. It's just natural. Back in ancient Egypt, the pharaohs and kings, they used to pay to sleep with the high priestesses so they can receive that level of spiritual wisdom and guidance. Everything is an energy exchange, y'all. Nowadays, men are trying to offer the bare minimum to nothing, and also trying to trick women into giving them that spiritual energy. If you think about it, how do men feel after they feel relieved, they feel happy, they feel fulfilled? And a lot of times women are left feeling drained because he has dumped all of his emotional baggage onto you. Your womb brings life to the lifeless. It is healing, it is restorative, it is rejuvenating. It's literally everything, and that's why they want it so bad. So you have to really evaluate, are they pouring into me or are they taking from me? Because if all they're doing is taking from you and using you, then they're harvesting your priceless energy. Number 2, y'all, is provocation. Men will harvest your negative reactions. We kind of talked about this before in that other video. I don't know what it is, but they really like negative reactions. Like, it makes them feel good. Like, it makes them feel like you care about them, like you're obsessed with them, like they're the man, like they're fulfilled. That is really, really a very toxic thing that some men do, but it is a very, very valuable energy source. Your emotions are powerful, and I need y'all to understand how powerful your emotions are. Your energy as a whole is just next level. Like, it does things to people. Men will desperately crave your emotional reaction, because if you do not react emotionally, then they're left confused, and now they have to deal with their own problem or own insecurities or own feelings without your energy to validate them. So you really have to get in control of your emotions in order to be above provocation. So when y'all think y'all doing something by crashing out and you scaring him or something, I promise you, you are not scaring him at all. And that is why they always come back after you act crazy, because they love that energy. Like, if you really crash out over a man, he's not going to leave you alone. He's going to be craving that energy all the time. If anything, he probably might continue to press that exact same button that got the same result the last time. And you think he's going to stop, but he's not, because he likes to see you that way. And that's what's sad. And the last one is by simply being in your presence. Some men have zero intention of taking you serious, of taking you on a date, of pouring into you in any way. They just want your attention for the time being. They will literally just love to be in your presence momentarily, whether that's by you giving them conversation, whether they're sharing something intimate with you and they just want you to make them feel better about it, whether that's them saying that they want to take you out and you agreeing to it and they never do it. They just wanted to see if they even could. That's validation in itself. Like, your presence is just so valuable that, like, you gotta just be a little bit more selective, because if you're spreading yourself thin, you're giving attention to whoever seeks it, then you will leave a lot of situations feeling drained.
You just keep, it's like they keep trying to push through. And then they'll keep coming up to you like, are you okay? Are you all right? You good? You know, like, and you got to keep saying, I'm fine. Like, you know, it's like those kind of people are definitely trying to like get into your energy, in my opinion. So.
And I'm gonna drop this in y'all spirit too before I go. What has been on my heart mind is this concept of like really trying to pay attention to how, for me, it would be my boo, the one I just mentioned earlier, as far as, you know, harvesting my energy and stuff like that. And I don't, you know, it's hard when you're in a relationship and you don't want to think of things like that, but you have to take inventory so that you can make the best decisions for yourself. There are men, and I feel like right now, with the way that things are going with me and this boy, and it could just be because he's not doing things that I want him to do for me, but it just makes me feel like it's just play for him, you know, or that he's just not even sure about me. And here's the thing. If you're not sure about me, I feel that there are certain things that should be cut off and off limits so as not to continue to confuse us. However, I get that some people may be like, oh, it's too late for all that. In my mind, it ain't never too late. As long as we're alive and well and we can continue to make different choices and decisions, I'll be like, hey, we can stop messing around with each other like that. We can push back. Just because we have 2 children together don't mean that we're like locked in. So I don't know. I'm trying to take inventory and do the wise thing for both of us. And I feel like he wants me to change. I want him to change. We both ain't trying to do that. So in my mind, I be feeling, or if we do it for like a limited time only. So I feel like there needs to be a decision, if that makes sense, for both of us about what we really want. Do we want each other bad enough? And by do we want each other bad enough, I'm talking about as is, if we never improved. Like if I never became a better version of myself, which I highly doubt that. Like, I highly doubt that. Because I do be working on myself. But if I didn't, and I have to think the same way about him. Like if he doesn't improve, what is improvement? You know, I have my ideas about it. He has his ideas about what improvement would look like on me. And I just don't feel like we've reached any type of agreement, which causes contention a lot of times in our connection, but we be hanging on to each other. I do feel part of that is because we do like each other. We are attracted to one another, and it is also for sure because of the sexual energy. I would be lying. I would be absolutely a liar. I'd be a whole lie if I didn't acknowledge that part. But to me, I'm the type of person who I feel like, if for the greater good, if to give me more clarity, if to make it easier, if I have to release and let go, I will love to take sex off the table. Absolutely. Absolutely I will, because while that can be healing and therapeutic and it can sometimes bring clarity, it can also bring confusion and the opposite of all of that. It can be destructive and, you know, hurtful. So I'm in this period of wanting to reclaim my energy right now until we figure out what the fuck we're gonna do and how. And
take back your good energy and give them back that bullshit energy that they were trying to give you. People will manipulate you and try to make you seem that you're not as great as you are while ciphering your energy. You can never do things right in this particular person or people's eyes. You're always a F up, but yet they want you around. When you try to leave, they're calling you back. When you say that you're done, they're pleading their case. If your energy is not as great as they claim it to be, why do they desire you near them? They're trying to make you feel that you're not as great as you are while they take all your good energy and give you bullshit.
The number one thing I'm afraid of these days, because people have such low confidence in themselves, but they out here acting like they have all this confidence when they really don't. I don't want to get close to people because people be energy snatching. Like, people really do be trying to take people for their energy. Fuck trying to take people for money or take people for what they got and shit. People are trying to use people for energy simply because a certain person vibrates at a certain level, and that vibration could help somebody out, especially if they are at a low vibration or they are at a weird ass vibration. Just them getting around a person with a higher vibration, it feeds their energy. It helps them. It's like, I'd be so afraid of motherfuckers trying to steal my energy, bro. That's kind of one reason why I don't want to really get close to nobody for real.
They got Dracos, you know what I'm saying? They got all type of shit. But them bitches ain't had no bullets in them. You see what I'm saying? They guns ain't had no type of bullets in them. We was giving them the bullets by giving them our energy. Listen, they was fucking you up with your own energy. You see what I'm saying? You gave these people so much of your energy to where they was able to harness that energy and attack you with it. Like I said, they don't got no energy for real. You see what I'm saying? They was harnessing your energy. They don't have energy. This is why they had to steal it from you. Right now, though, you know, it's like you aware now. You see what I'm saying? So you not giving they ass none of your energy. And they fiending for it. You see what I'm saying? They copping attitudes. They want to get mad at you for not talking to them. You see what I'm saying? They need your energy. You see what I'm saying? Energy vampires. It's a real thing. They need energy out of you. Why do you think they get mad when you don't speak to them? Why do you think they feel some type of way when you go without, you know what I'm saying, giving them energy? When you ignore them, basically. When you basically block these people out, they act like fucking kids. Like they act like a badass kid that ain't getting no attention. I'm telling you, bro, they need your attention. They need your energy. This is the only thing that makes them powerful. These people is weak as fuck. This is what y'all need to understand. Your attackers, every single one of your attackers is weak as fuck. They all weak. They use your energy to attack you with. Do you not get that? They was fucking you up with your own energy that you was giving them, right? Now that you're not giving them none of your energy, they assed out. They assed out, literally. Like, these people down bad, bro. They fiending for fucking energy, like a fucking drug addict. Like, they need energy. This is how they was able to keep doing their little shit, right? You was holding these people whole life up. Like, your energy was the glue to these people fucking life. Like, they was harnessing all of your energy to do everything that they was doing in this fucking life. Like, dead ass, they was manifesting shit with your energy. They was doing everything with your energy. Now that you done called your energy back, what the fuck they gonna do? Who they gonna harness? Confirmation. Who they gonna get their energy from? They cut off from source. Like, these low vibrational beings, they completely cut off from source. Like, me and you, high vibrational beings, we can go right in nature and we can recharge like that. We can get our energy from nature. They have been completely cut off from the cosmos. That means that their energy source has been completely shut off. This is why they siphon energy out of you. Right? This is why they try to harness your energy, because they done been cut off. The ancestors done cut their ass off. The Most High done cut their ass off because they chose Satan. They chose to be on the side with Satan.
Superpower.
Right?
As women, when we decide to talk back, when we decide to react, or we decide to get revenge or hit below the belt, it is draining us energetically. And if your man did something really bad, silence is your superpower, not the silent treatment. For example, if he decides to call you a bad word, just have him sit with it. Men will drain you energetically over and over and over until you are just a shell of a human and they can walk away feeling like $1,000,000, like a whole new man, because you poured into him and you changed him. Your silence speaks louder than anything else you could say, and it conserves your own energy.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but hear it. Did you know that people can harvest your energy just by doing things to make you mad, just to get a reaction from you? Yeah, they are harvesting your energy. People that harvest your energy, they always win at the end. And I'm gonna tell you why. Whenever they harvest your energy and you start doing tit for tat things just to get back at them, or to make them mad, to get back at them, they are harvesting your energy. That means you're losing and they are winning. They are winning because whatever they are doing to piss you off and to get you mad, it's working. When you do tit for tat things, it's working. Somebody might have said something to you that irritated you. You might got folks around you that's doing stuff on purpose just to get a reaction from you. And it's working because you get so mad about it. Now you want to do tit for tat to get back at them. But see, that's how you fail. And I'm going to tell you how to win. You win by not giving them the reaction that they want from you. That's how you win. Whenever folks start doing stuff on purpose to make you mad and you ignore it,
How you feel. And this is for people who don't understand that if you're new to, energy and what it means when a man harvests your energy. If you lay with a man or you're around him, and then when you're not with him or he leaves, you realize how you feel drained and you start to see your beauty fade, or you feel drained. It's just like a vampire. Like whenever they, like in the movies when they would, bite the person and then the life would leave them. This is what energy harvesting is like. When a man lies with you and then he's taking from you. And then there's actually people who yearn to be around you. You don't understand why, what's the deal? Why are they so hell-bent on being around me? Because even if they can't put their finger on it, being around you helps them to live their life like a normal human being when they didn't do the work that you did to earn this, high vibration.
10 ways people steal your energy and lower your vibration without you realizing it. Number 1, jealous admiration. Those who give you praise but secretly envy you can siphon your energy through silent resentment. Number 2, boundary violations. Those who demand access to your time, space, and energy without respect can lower your vibration if you let it. Number 3, spiritual monitoring. People who invade your spiritual bubble, ask too many questions, or watch you too closely can hinder your energy. Number 4, guilt tripping. Attempting to make you feel bad for choosing yourself can drain your energy, so be aware of it. Number 5, energy draining conversations. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Pointless arguments, drama, etc. can be very draining to your energy and very siphoning to it. So don't engage in that kind of stuff. Number 6, trauma dumping. People who dump their problems on you without actively seeking solutions can be very draining to your spirit and your sense of peace. Number 7, negative words and derision. Listen, sometimes words can carry energy, and some negatively repeated ones can drain your energy. Number 8, energy leeching. People who attempt to latch onto your energy without warning and try to use it for their own benefit can leave you feeling drained in the end. These people are also known as energy vampires, which I explained in my video right here. Number 9, blame shifting. Rather than taking accountability, energy drainers often try to avoid responsibility by blaming you or others for their own faults. And if you notice this pattern and stay around them too long, you may notice a hindrance in your energetic field. And last but not least, number 10, emotional blackmail. Energy drainers may often try to imply or label you as a quote-unquote bad person if you don't feed into their negative habits and lower vibrational activities. Always remember this. Stay protective over your energy. Protect your energy by protecting your peace. Simplicity, ease of the spirit, and peace is where it's all at.
Do you know how you keep him from harvesting the energy from you without it working for you? Put his ass to work!
And they're pulling you to the right, pulling you to the left, pulling you to the north, pulling you to the south, in order for you to be outside of yourself, so you can disconnect from your source, which is you, in order for you not to be the highest version of yourself, which is to be who you are, 222, as I even say that, 223 as I'm even saying that, in order for you to disconnect from being within self. Pulling on your energy is very easy. Thought patterns. Think about the person. Illuminate their reality by thinking whatever that you want. I'm telling you the secret. And if you pull them down and they're not strong enough, they're going to believe in the thoughts that you are trying to produce with them in order for them to be at the timeline or the auric field of you. And you can pull them down, and now somebody pulling on your energy in order for them to have you. Long story short, it's that easy.
Of you. The energy shift real fast when you stop giving yours away and realize that everyone else was feeding off of
show up at you, right? So you being there, they can lean on you. You're like a social crutch for them. They can lean on you, and because you're there and they have your energy, they feel more comfortable in themselves, so they can now show up in that environment, in that social environment as the best version of themselves, because they can lean on you. So they're siphoning your energy, they're taking from you in order to show up as the best version of themselves. And you will notice these people, if you're very vigilant, when they're immersed, they will actually immerse themselves into crowds. So you might look at a group of 5 people and you might think, oh my God, everyone in this group is lit. But then when you actually get to know each individual person, you might realize actually they're not individually lit, they're only lit as a collective. Or perhaps there's one person that's actually genuinely got that energy and everyone else is just siphoning off that one person's energy. Because I've seen this with my own eyes, where it's like you might look at a group of people, or you might look at 2 or 3 people and you think, oh, like they got energy, but they don't. When you talk to them individually, they don't all have the same energy. I think a great example is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, where Shamia and Portia. So I think personally that Shamia basically benefited a lot from Portia's personality, because Portia is so out there, so loud, so extroverted. It actually benefited Shamia. It made Shamia look cooler than she actually is. Again, I don't think there's anything inherently bad about having a friend that makes you feel comfortable, having a friend that allows you to kind of, feel confident. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think you just have to be careful when somebody is using your energy. They're actually using your energy to in order to propel themselves up. So it's like another example is, this is hypothetical. Let's say your friend is having an event and they're going to get money from this event. They might want to bring you because they're relying on you to bring a certain kind of energy to that event, because they know that, okay, if this person comes, it's going to bring a certain type of energy, I'm going to benefit from this. Literally, I'm going to profit from this. That person is the one that is profiting off your personality, because people are going to look at that event and say, oh my God, that event was so lit. They're going to attribute that litness to that person when it's you that brought the aura. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you can't let someone completely benefit off your personality and you're not actually getting anything from it. Again, it's fine, like if you have friends and genuine friendship and you obviously want to support your friend, but when it's a thing where it's like they're just taking and genuinely benefiting from your personality, you got to be very careful with people like that, because I've seen this play out in real life, and I've genuinely feel like people have done this to me, where they're banking on me bringing a certain type of energy to a specific social event in order to benefit themselves. I don't benefit from it. In fact, I am going home feeling drained because I've used all my energy. Do you know what I mean? And someone else has profited off that.
5 ways to know if somebody is energy harvesting off of you in your life. So 1, do the people you be around, do they gaslight you? Like guilt, like they be always playing victim, you know, to keep your emotions heightened so that they can feed off of your reaction. So basically they thrive when you're confused, angry, sad, or just off balanced. 2, narcissists, they are energy vampires, you know, so they need your validation. They need to feel as if they got the upper hand, so they demand your attention constantly, even when they see that you're drained. And guess what? As always, they give nothing in return. You have people around you that need that validation. They need that boost of energy that you give to make them feel better about themselves.
All ready for number 3? Number 3 is your sex. So whenever you're having intercourse with some people, they would try to steal your energy that way, by dipping into your sacral chakra. So if they don't give you safety, love, emotional support, in return, they're stealing your energy. So number 4 is soul ties and trauma bonding. You have to watch out for this, because that is a way that they can harvest your energy. Deep emotional attachments that are formed through chaos, trauma, drama, unhealed wounds, you know, that came from abuse. People can steal your energy like that. It'll keep you spiritually connected to these people. That's why they call them soul ties, because you'll feel as if you lost a part of you because y'all was dealing with the almost same thing. It'll have people pulling from your energy even when you're not even in their circumference. Like, they don't have to even be there for them to pull on your energy. Last but not least, 5 is witchcraft and spiritual manipulation. I know about this one so very well, but people would try to do spell work, witchcraft, spiritual manipulation, in so many ways. They would use these rituals and these spiritual manipulative tactics to bind you, to drain you, to keep you attached to them in some type of way so that they can keep draining your energy. They will use your light for their own gain. And that's what one of my exes just tried to do to me. And then I got ghost on him real quick, and I bet you he was like, what the? Because I don't play. Once I see the dumb shit, I'm out. Don't nobody got time. You're not about to sit here and play me like I'm some type of toy. You know, to the point where I think he tried to do something while I was asleep. And see, you have to watch out for these people out here, because you have a whole bunch of witches, and not only witches, you have guy witches, which are warlocks. So guys that do rituals on women, and guys that feed off of women's energy for their own. You got guys out here that will manipulate you so bad that they will get all your energy because they want to be you. They really want to be you. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy out here in these streets. It's crazy. Yeah, those are ways of knowing if somebody is trying to harvest off your energy.
So I seen this post the other day, right? I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was something along the lines of, once I realized that people seek a reaction out of you in order to feel important, I just stopped reacting, right? That is a real thing. A lot of people in this world don't really realize how valuable their energy is, or how valuable their presence is. And when you don't know how important that is, it's easy for you to give energy to things that don't benefit you. Say, for example, I know everybody like to talk about like narcissistic men or narcissistic women or toxic relationships, right? In a toxic relationship, you'll notice that sometimes a person that you're dating, they'll see a trigger, like they know what triggers you, right? And they'll do that exact thing that triggers you because they want that reaction out of you. And when you give that reaction, you feed into their reaction, it gives them a sense of importance. They start to feel powerful. And see, you'll be so stuck in your ego, or like operating on a lower frequency, you'll feel like, oh, I'm finna tell this person off, I'm finna go off on them so they could learn their lesson, blase, blase. Whole time, you're not teaching them nothing. You're giving away your energy. You're doing exactly what they want you to do. And they're taking your negative energy and it's feeding them and making them feel powerful. Because if they get a reaction out of you, then they must be powerful, right? So in a way, you're giving away your power. That is how I look at things, and that's why I stopped reacting. And it's gonna sound weird, it might sound crazy, it might be hard to do at first, but once you start to practice it, you'll see exactly what I mean. Like, I used to be the girl, crash out, okay? I'm gonna say it, crash out. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. I'm finna go off on you. I might cry. I didn't hit a nigga before. Like, it's just like, I'm doing all this, but I'm expressing myself because I am hurt. And that person will just laugh, or they'll get a kick out of it, like, or like they'll be like, yeah, she really cared, da 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 da. And that's where a lot of girls fall trapped. Like, they'll be like, oh, I just told him how I feel, and he acting like he don't care, and blah 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 blah, because he got that reaction out of you. The reaction is making him feel powerful. That's why he acting like he don't care. He got what he wanted, the reaction. Which is why they say, as women, we are emotional. So if you know that we're emotional as women, you have to learn how to be emotionally intelligent. Don't act on how you feel all the time, because you're giving your power away. Our power is in our emotions. Do not let someone harvest your energy. Don't let somebody sit and study your emotions to the point where they know exactly what to do to get exactly what they want out of you. You feel me? And I wouldn't tell you no lie, like, this is straight based off of experience. I know how people acted when I gave them the reaction that they wanted, and I know how they fall apart and act like everything is just, the world is falling on their head when I don't give a reaction. Because I know when somebody just wants a reaction. Don't let nobody harvest your energy.
They will use the passion that they know that you have for them, or whatever it is that they're doing, they will use that as power over you. But what they don't understand is, in order for passion to continue to grow, love got to keep on getting put into it. Effort has to continue to get put into it. If not, passion eventually disappears. See, that's what they don't understand. They may be passionate about you for a spell, for a season, for a while, but once the interest stops, the passion stops, and that's when everything ends. And unfortunately, people don't understand the assignment until the passion is done and the situation is over. Depending on how bad it is, you can't recover from it. You've lost your investor. You've lost your friendship. You've lost your marriage. You've lost everything associated with this person because you didn't have enough common decency to keep pouring into the passion, the compassion, the love, the positive energy that keeps the situation going. And this is another thing. Everything needs fuel. Do you ride around in your car with your gas tank on?
One of the ways someone can siphon your energy is by exchanging their darkness for your light. What they'll do is they'll covertly provoke you into engaging into a competition with them. And once you've engaged, they're going to act clueless. They're going to pretend as if your actions and your behaviors came out of nowhere. And they're going to make it appear this way to everybody else. To choose your battles carefully. Not every battle is worth engaging in. And another thing, the same way you choose your friends carefully, you should also choose your enemies carefully too. Some people will see your light and they'll want to engage in a battle.
Didn't run a marathon. You ain't go to the gym, but somehow you exhausted. Mentally, emotionally, even physically. That ain't just a coincidence, man. Your energy is being harvested. And most people don't even realize it. So today, I'm going to break down what energy harvesting really is and how it's happening to you right now in your every fucking day life and how to stop it before it leaves you completely drained too. All right, so before we get into that, I want y'all to go ahead and follow me on YouTube and Instagram. All right, my Instagram and YouTube is the same. All my handles are the same, 608BossTG, but I'm going to drop it right there anyways for you. Make sure you go tap in, and when you get there, make sure you comment on something. Comment found you, so I know where you came from. All right, and we're going to build this up. All right, now let's keep it on moving. So what is energy harvesting? Shit, energy harvesting is the process of taking energy from an external source and converting it into power for something else. So normally, we think of solar panels collecting sunlight or wind turbines generating electricity. I can't even talk. I told you my tongue is tired a little bit. But this goes deeper into technology for sure. So your focus, your emotions, shit, your spiritual energy are all being used as fuel for things you don't benefit from. So think about this, right? Social media, it's cold as fuck. I'm trying to hold this phone. Social media thrives on keeping you addicted, man. They thrive on keeping you addicted, strung out, heavy on the strung out, right? So the news, they make money off keeping you angry, afraid, or upset. You know what I mean? And shit, certain people in your life constantly bring drama and stress, but somehow they feel fine while you left feeling exhausted. You know what I mean? Like, what? How'd that work? That's energy harvesting. That's how it works. All right. Now, there are 3 different ways your energy is being harvested every fucking day. Number 1, the biggest one, social media and the attention economy, right? So every time you scroll on your phone, companies are profiting from your goddamn focus. Now, social media algorithms are designed to keep your ass engaged as long as possible, right? The longer you stay on the app, the more ads they can run. You know what I mean? And then the more money they get to make as well as a result of that shit. So then after that, they're going to track what makes you react the most, whether it's anger, shock, or excitement, something funny. You know what I'm saying? They're going to track that shit and they're going to push all that shit right in your face, push it on your feed. You know what I mean? So you ever notice how outrage content goes viral faster than positive shit? That's because fear, drama, and division trigger strong emotions, which means you'll stay online longer, commenting, arguing, and reacting.
Oh yeah. If y'all ain't saw the movie Dr. Sleep on Netflix yet, go watch it, by Stephen King. Go watch it. It shows you exactly what's going on in real life. It's all about your energy. It's all about your shine. Yeah. Look at the P. Diddy documentary. Everybody around him died. After he was done harvesting everybody energy, they died. They perished. I'm telling you, and the people who got away from around him, they scared to talk about it.
How to know when someone is pulling at your energy? You ever just catch yourself drifting off just out of nowhere, out of the complete blue. And you just constantly find yourself just thinking about someone, or, you know, they're just persistently just popping up in your head. More than likely it's because they are pulling at your energy. Or if you ever just find yourself, you know, just out of nowhere, and this is just so random, where you just start crying or you just break down, and it's like, you know, you have gotten to a point where you have healed and moved on from a person, and it's like you just find yourself so emotional or feeling the need to wanting to know what they have going on in their personal life. That is because someone is actually pulling at your energy.
Going on dates with someone or hooking up with them that they're siphoning from you is literally you feel drained, or you feel more emotional. You might feel more depressed out of nowhere. You might feel like less energy. You might be crazy thinking about them, but like in an unhealthy way. You know what I mean? To the point that it's not even really limerence. It's just like something doesn't feel right, but like I can't stop thinking about them. Why aren't they texting me? Like, you know what I mean? Like those are signs that the person that you're seeing is siphoning from you.
Cool. All right, so you found out that you've been getting energy harvested off of. What's next? First and foremost, it's going to be connecting with your intuition, because when you start cutting yourself off from these people, they are going to really work to gaslight you, to make it seem like you're the weird one, you're the crazy one for not wanting to talk to them, because you're their energy supply and they don't want to get cut off from you. So really leaning into your intuition, your guides and your spiritual team, where they're going to know who it is that you should be around and who you're not supposed to be around. So follow your intuition and listen to your intuition, okay? One good thing you could possibly do if you feel like you've been getting energy harvested off of from a variety of different sources in your social group is you can change your number, right? Switch up your number, and then you decide who's worthy of getting your new number after you've discerned and assessed where these psychic attacks are coming from. Another thing you want to do is you want to keep your vibration high. Lean into love, lean into joy, lean into gratitude. I know that's easier said than done, because when you're experiencing energy harvesting and psychic attack, sometimes that's the last thing you want to do, or it feels impossible to look towards the light. Push through those times. Do a daily gratitude list. Another thing you're going to want to do is to connect to God's source. So you want to connect, really work on opening up your crown chakra, which is also going to help you with your intuition. A really great meditation I like to do is called Pillar of Light, where essentially you envision that there's a pillar of light activating all of your chakra points in the middle, basically from the crown of your head all the way to the base of your spine. And you imagine that pillar of light is basically yo-yoing back and forth between your first 7 chakras. And then you can extend it. You can imagine that pillar of light is going all the way down into the core of the earth, shooting all the way back up through your body, actually shooting out of your crown chakra and into the universe. And you can kind of play around with it for like 5 to 10 minutes a day, imagining this yo-yo of light connecting you to the universe, to the core of the earth. That's going to really help to raise your vibration. And then also journal about your experience, find creative outlets. So really, if there's a class you've always wanted to take that class. If you're disconnecting from people and you have more time on your hands, do a hobby, do something to kind of get yourself out of your comfort zone and to raise your self-esteem. And of course, always operate from your heart space. I hope this helps someone.
And they learned how to manipulate that energy to do what, because they're aware that you are just energy. And they learned how to manipulate that energy to do whatever the fuck they want with you. So if you're energy, what is energy? Energy is the emotion behind your experience, right? It's the feeling behind what you're experiencing. What is emotion? What is the definition of emotion? It's energy in motion. You're literally the feeling behind this entire experience you're having here on Earth. And they learned how to harvest your energy using your emotions. So they pull at us using the media to trigger emotion, to make us move specifically how they want us to move so that they can have control over it. It's like playing chess, not checkers, you know? So that's why it's important for you to become your own observer, because you will then see that there have been people harvesting your energy on this planet for eons long, because we don't realize who we are.
So there are quite a few reasons why a person would want to destiny swap with you or covet what you have, even if what you have doesn't seem to be so impressive that somebody would want to take it. For instance, this Brene and Akira situation. To us, it doesn't look like Tim is really that much of a prize. Brene sees Tim as something so valuable that she wants to take him by doing a destiny swap. She was doing... Darn it. There is a reason other than earthside temptation that would make them want to take what you have. Here is one. Spiritually, they can sense that you have a certain type of light about you. Now, they translate this earth side as your life is just so wonderful, you have it all, such and such and such, but what they're really sensing is not really your earthly possessions. They're sensing the light in you, your character, your morale, your energy, your essence. And so they're assuming you are like this is because of everything around you. So that's why they will want to do a destiny swap, because they're spiritually too dull to understand that the reason why you are the way that you are is simply because you are the way that you are. Maybe you've done a lot of inner work to be a certain kind of person. Maybe God endowed you with a certain kind of favor and divine protection over your life. Well, they sense that, but they don't know what it is. They think that it is all of the material things that you have. And like I said, those material things might not even hold that much value in your mind or in anyone else's mind. But because this person senses this energy on you, they're attributing it to everything around you. And that's why they would want to do a destiny swap, because they want to be whatever it is that you are. Another thing is there are demonic spirits driving that mentality. If you go to the Bible talks about how once a demon is casted out of a body, they go to and fro looking for whoever they can inhabit. And if they can't find anything, then they will go back to where they came from and bring 7 demons more wicked than itself with it. And if they find that place cleaned and swept out, they will go and inhabit that place, and that person will be more wicked than what they were before. Now, there are a lot of nuances here, and I can't explain it, but I don't have time to explain it right now. But my point and purpose in mentioning this is demons want a body. They want an open body. They want someone who is not sealed off that they can get into so that they can inhabit them, okay? Once they find the person that they want to inhabit, they infiltrate that person, and then they start to operate through that person. Now, here's the tricky part. They don't always start operating through that person immediately. Lots of times they wait and they lie dormant until a perfect opportunity to wreak havoc presents itself. A lot of times you will see this in serial killers. This is why they can wait years before they do some foul stuff again. They feed off of the suffering of humankind. Look around you. Y'all think that the demonic things that are happening in this world are because of money? Nah, money is just a cover. Energy harvesters are looking to do the same thing. They're looking for people, relationships, women, so that they can latch onto you and harvest your energy. A person who wants to destiny swap with you is under demonic influence, because that is the exact personality and MO of demons.
If you keep coming to me about the same person over and over again, and this person keep doing stuff to you, and you just keep coming back, don't come back no more. Starting now, I am not going to listen to another person who is constantly allowing someone to constantly treat them bad. And then 2 days later, they with them again. Look, I'm just not on that plane no more. It's not even about tolerance or anything. I can't relate